Is the most hyped up quarterback of the college football season actually overrated? What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Reef of Jack Reefer, and I got another banger video for you guys today. But first, drop a like, subscribe, comment. Let's grow this channel. Let's turn into something special, baby. Let's be part of something. Be part of something special. Now, Spencer Rattler. Yeah, that dude, quarterback, University of Oklahoma. The University of Oklahoma, Spencer Rattler. Now, in life, there's a saying, times change, people don't. By the time you reach high school and graduate high school, you kind of are who you are. You know, you're not going to see a whole lot of change in terms of your personality and traits. Now, let's go back to high school for Spencer Rattler. Top-ranked quarterback in his recruiting cycle. Unbelievable talent. And his senior year, he decided that he wanted to have a TV show, QB1, film him. So there was a whole setup, and they would follow his team around, record him, record the team. It was a great publicity for both the school and for him. Now, somehow, mysteriously, in the middle season, Rattler finds a way to get himself kicked off the football team. How are you the top-ranked quarterback in the nation? You're in your senior year. You get yourself kicked off the football team. Like, what did you do? What are you thinking, my man? You got so much on the line, especially with the TV show they're filming you at Pinnacle High School. So that's just my first thing. And then this past year, Rattler became the official starter for Oklahoma for the first season. And he unfortunately lost 2 of his first 3 games. Now, I know it's a team sport. It's not all his fault. But when you're a quarterback, you play the most important position on the field. And the highs, the wins, you're going to get all the credit. The lows, the losses, you're going to get the blame. That's just the nature of the position and the nature of the era of football that we play in right now. Now, I'm not trying to degrade him and say that he's not talented. I mean, he was 10th in the country in passing yards. Dude can absolutely ball. But at the same time, in a shortened season, he threw 7 interceptions. Now, these actions kind of just point to a maturity issue that I think has kind of developed and kind of just been cultivated and pampered. As it was highlighted when, for the Big 12 Media Week, Oklahoma coach Lincoln Riley decided not to bring his superstar quarterback to Media Day. Now, why not? He's making the most money, apparently, of any college athlete from NIL. He's got a huge deal with Raising Cane's. And you don't want to bring him for the media? The media would eat that up. They'd love to talk to Spencer Rattler. Now, personally, I think Oklahoma is trying to shield Spencer from the media because they don't want him talking to the media. I think that's just kind of what it is. That's why they didn't. Lincoln came out and said, oh, well, you know, he's only a sophomore right now, so that's why we felt uncomfortable bringing him. He wasn't prepared. He's not a sophomore. He's a redshirt sophomore. Technically, he's a junior, and he's the leader of your football team. Clemson and Dabo just brought DJ, who's a true sophomore, to ACC Media Day to go talk to everybody and anybody that wanted to talk to him. Now, with this 1-2 start, you watch his play, and it was just a bit risky, throwing a lot of balls he shouldn't have. He had some costly interceptions. Eventually, his talent, though, was able to win out. They were able to win the Big 12, but I think that outside of the Big 12, it could present a problem in terms of maturity and his decision-making based on the interceptions and his past. Now, I'm not trying to knock him. He's very talented. I just don't think he's that dude. he's just not that dude that I would want the quarterback of my teams. I just don't think he has that it factor to go out and win the hard ball games. I mean, you look at his games, I mean, he played pretty decently, but I mean, 3 games that really stand out. One, the loss to Kansas, and that just wasn't a pretty game for him. He had a QBR of 67.6, which, okay, you know, you can have a bad game here and there. But then the win over Kansas, QBR of 47.9. Okay, it's Kansas, and it's a win, and you're trying to be the best quarterback in Division I football, and you're putting up a QBR of 47.9. Okay. And then in the win over Baylor, put up a QBR of 44.6. So it went down. Now, obviously, this wasn't very much of a problem since they won 2 out of those 3 games. But I'm just trying to point that maybe he's not as invulnerable as the media and everybody wants you to believe, that he's this future first overall draft pick, which he may be. I don't know if I would take him first overall. We'll have to see how he does and see what happens when he makes mistakes, when he throws those interceptions, and how he bounces back. Because last season, you watch his body language on the sideline when he threw those picks, it wasn't always the best. Now, some people are criticizing him online for something really stupid. So he's going to Chicago for the official autograph convention, whatever it's called, and he's charging $150 per picture or $150 per autograph. And I'm not trying to knock the kid on the price. It's a little steep for 1 year of college, but hey, you'd pay $150 for a Tom Brady signature. I can tell you that right now. And if you think he's going to be the next Tom Brady, or you're a diehard Oklahoma fan, diehard Spencer Rattler fan, it's worth it to you. Overall, I just think that Spencer has some red flags that may present some problems to maybe not succeeding against teams like Baylor, Iowa State, teams of that nature. But when he gets out of the conference, tries to play your SEC teams. I know he wrecked Florida last year. Don't tell me that. Florida is missing half its football team. Don't use that example. When he tries to play Alabama in meaningful games, Georgia in meaningful games, Ohio State in meaningful games, Clemson in meaningful games, that's where Oklahoma wants to be. Oklahoma wants to be in that conversation. I think his performance is going to hinder him. And also, I think that, well, I don't know if it's an attitude issue, just his personality. I just don't think it's going to mesh well in the NFL. And I wouldn't take him number 1 overall. I mean, as many analysts, Mel Kiper, like analysts, are projecting him to be the first overall pick. I think I would take Sam Howell over him, or whatever quarterback emerges this year. But hey, I'll leave it up to you guys. It's just my opinion on him right now. He could very well prove me wrong, and I hope he does. I hope he proves me wrong this season, lights it up, wins the Heisman, does everything. That's all I got for you today, guys. Have a great day. Tell somebody you love them. Peace.